only is a prince treated like a pauper in his hometown, man. They ain't got no respect for you in your homeland. And man, your boy getting jacked up by his sister. Hey man, it is what it is. What's up, it's your boy Central. Come back at you another reaction / analysis video, and I kid you not, it's my real name. This is the season finale, the closing of Vinland Saga, and we're stepping into another era. But before we get there, we have to endure this stoppage temporary. But man, it was a heartwarming episode, man. It brought some closure, and we've been waiting on this moment since he left. Like when he's gonna come back and visit his family. Your boy just had so much hatred going in his heart, whatever, that he never even gave two thoughts, to stop to come back or whatever. He's just like, this is too far done. Remember him when Lee first found him? He was like, I ain't going back now. I'm ruined, basically in so many words. But damn, ain't in Iceland, bro. Ain't nothing but ice in fierce lands in the middle of winter. But ain't much to be had. And then it reminds us just of how harsh the setting is there. They really reside on those farm animals and each other, because a lot of them live with each other and whatnot. So it's a very communal area, and it's funny that his friends didn't even know who he was. You're like, look at this Thorfinn. He is crazy. He left when he was 6, and I believe he's 18 now. So 12 years have passed by. This man's been fighting Warren since he was a child. Grew up on the battlefield, by choice. But he's been made into the man he is now today. And even then, he's walking this new path and trying to be a virtuous non-warrior, a peace negotiator. But we'll see how long he can throw down that gauntlet. You're gonna pick up that sword somewhere down the line. But before we get to that, man, damn, his sister gave him hell, man. She jacked this nigga up like he was nobody, just choking him out. And like, okay, bro, you can not wild out on her, but show her who's boss. But she's strong, but she really did inherit the strength of her father towards. Man, I mean, in all the hype, she sucked up all that shit. Pause. But mom, she knew it. From jump. The fake Thorfinn was like, oh, hey, mom, it's me. He's like, man, quit playing games, bro. Everybody was shouting, what you doing, bro? Your parents gone, and accept that shit and live with it. But he was recognized by his mom and instant. Mothers know, and she knows her child, and she just embraced him, and they just, man, weeping and crying, and just emotional for me, because, I'm just like, damn, I wish I could. I can't though. But, he's telling, stories, and, his friend Ari, who married his sister, I thought it was the other dude, but, whatever his name, Fox, but he found out it wasn't Fox. But, he gets to meet his nieces and nephews, and they're like, who's this guy, grandma? And his mom looks different, but that's still his mom, man. And she's a strong warrior too, so it makes sense that his sister would be such a beast. And yeah, man, he his friend Artie ends up apologizing to him, because he's like, man, it's my fault that that tours got done in, like. Thorfinn ain't have to say nothing. He's just like, yeah, man, it's really my fault. I take that L. I hold that on on me. And his sister comes home, and she finally accepts it. Like, this is Thor's, and he's like, and this is Thorfinn. He goes to finally breaks it, like, sister. She knocks his nigga back, and then she breaks part of it. Like, how strong of a beast is this bitch? Damn, man, it's crazy. But she finally does accept it, and he sits down and he tells everybody the story of what he's been through these last 16 years, and man, they cannot. These last 12 years, and they can't believe it. They just shocked, because this dude he's been through the highest of highs and lows of lows. He's done so many dastardly things, and he's survived out there, against all odds, because she really thought he was dead. He left home when he was 6, and no way he should have been alive, but. She's like, damn, you really did follow father. Yeah, man, and his story of hatred and redemption and rebirth and learning and growing and becoming a pacifist, and it's crazy, it's wild, it's crowd. You wouldn't believe this unless you heard it straight from the pig's mouth himself, and he's out there spilling his story in a warm hearth. So. It's good for him to be with our family. He's like, but I've taken so many lives. I've offed so many people. caused so much strife, and they might have been able to celebrate with their families in a warm home just like this if it wasn't for a motherfucker like me. I don't know, someone was going down anyway because the war was just coming. I mean, like, you just accelerated death, or like personally added, you know, a personal touch to it. But other than that, they were going to see these deaths anyway because the Vikings are warring people, you know. So they do go to war, train, pillage, plumage. Yeah, man, and they're bred for that, you know. That's their culture. And he's trying to change all that, you know, see what he can do. And it's crazy that, you know, Einar, you know, he talks to the moms and it says that, you know, I'm gonna go stay in the lodge where Leif and them stand. No, Thorfinn calls you his brother. He would, you know, we didn't see it on camera, but we see that, you know, offhand. It must have been witnessed by her. She said, if you're his brother, you're a son of mine, and you know, you know, the place here. You have a place here. You gotta go and stay in another lodge. It might be cramped, but you know, we'll offer you our lodgings, and it just shows you the heart of the lady. Such a caring, loving woman. And she talks about, you know, I mean, he finally says that I gotta repent. You know, I've sinned greatly. My sins are heavy, weigh upon me heavily. That's why I gotta go out there. I gotta go and establish this land known as Vinland, and you know, a country where people can be free from war, free from strife, and be earnest people, be people that, you know, can live in peace and sanctimony, and they can seek that out. And his mom's like, yeah, they're searching for that, they're looking for that, and if you can offer that to them, go out and do it, son. And you know, he's like, really? You know, like, appreciate your moms. And like, you know, sister's like, can you really do that? And like, Leif's like, yeah, it's gonna be a tough task. I can see that you're determined. I can see that you got the fire in your eyes. You want it, but I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna help you to do this. I'm gonna help you. You know, you need funds, so you know, it comes. You know, world forever has been revolving around money. Sister made that a concept. Even before that, it was bartering and trading goods. It's always been about, you know, give and take, or I should say take. About getting some kind of equivalency for services rendered. And yeah, he's gonna need funding. He's gonna need people. He's gonna need livestock. So he's gonna need so many things, just more than, you know, just his vision and his drive and his will. He's gonna need to exert that, you know, and you know, there's gonna be there's gonna be a need, you know, need to be arms to defend that, and that it necessitates violence, you know, of some sort, even if it's, you know, defending. But we'll get to that later. But yeah, he you know, he sets out, and before he can do it, he takes some time to rest up, and you know, enjoys, you know, time with his family, and you know, spends time whatever relaxing. But yeah, it all comes down to, you know, him setting out, and we get, you know, a bit of preview with, you know, some other characters. You know, miss some lady with a baby, and I've read some stuff. I think I might know who that is, but I ain't gonna say shit because, you know, G code. Some other people that look tough, and like, just damn, you know, it's never gonna end. You know, the battle has to ensue, and whether Thorfinn decides to flee, fight, you know, learn that he has to fight, or whatever it is, you know, that's coming on his journey, we know that he's gonna have to strive for this goal, man. It ain't gonna come easy, and we knew that. You know, your boy King Canute already told him that it's gonna be, you know, an arduous path. I'm with you in some ways, because I mean, you know, you're so earnest, and you know, these peace talks I've ever had, you know, things like that. You're not saying your demands. You're coming in earnest to talk, you know, with me about, you know, what it's gonna take, and the sacrifice is gonna, you know, have to be made. So, you know, he goes to the grave, and you know, this person that his father saved gave 8 sheep. You know, and Einar said, 8 sheep? God, wow, dude, that's a bounty for, you know, this guy's life. And it shows, you know, the kind of person his dad was. You know, like the good-natured heart he had. And then he was like, that's where you must get your good-natured heart from. Along with his mother, you can see that easily. But after he leaves, and it's great even this person. I forget the person. I have to go back and look at him, because I mean, it's been so long. This is season 1, and both in time and, like, you know, time span as far as, like, you know, the story progression. And someone you know, talk to me. He's like, you know, what am I you know, what do we have to do? What do I have to do to get, you know, what does someone have to do to get, you know, get out of here? And I'm like, yeah, this kid, look, this is his nephew, look just like him. Then a hand touched him on the shoulder. I'm like, this is Pops. And then you transported to them this phantasmal idea, you know, vision of Vinland, a land flowing with, you know, milk and honey, or equivalent, you know, wheat fields, and luscious, warm and free from war. But he's like, you know what you gotta do. And it's like, man, the saga continues on. But we'll see, man. Next season is going to be exciting. I don't care who thought, this season was boring because, there was less action. You're dumb. You're immature. And you need to grow the fuck up. Not all about fighting. If you want to go, watch, it's just fighting, go watch, them throwing good hands in Dragon Ball Z. But this is a mature man's anime, and it's for people who actually want to grow. So, anyways, we'll be getting up out of here. I don't know if I'm going to be continuing doing these reviews because nobody watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do stuff that, like, is more impactful or, can have an impact in doing different series. But you're not even watching, this far to see me make this statement. Anyways, we're going to get up out of here. In the saga of V's, we're trying to stack V's on V's and make dubs. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Check me out at Centron Anime, Centron Life, or Centron Laughs, or other social media.